Top 10 Advanced F2L Cases. You have the corner and the edge in the incorrect slot, and you need to solve it into the back left, and the edge is oriented, meaning that it's the opposite color to the right here. What you can do is an L, F prime, U2, putting that in the back, F, L prime. Number 9, we have the corner facing upwards and the edge flipped in the wrong slot, and we need to solve it into the back right. What you can do is a U, R prime, F, R, F prime, R prime, U prime, R to insert into the back. Here we have the corner in the correct slot and the edge flipped. What we can do is an R2, U2, F, R2, F prime, U2, R prime, U, R prime. An alternative alg for this case is a sledge, so R prime, F, R, F prime, R, U prime, R prime, U to insert this edge, R, U prime, R prime, U2 to pair it up, and then you can insert it. Then you can also do things like edge orientation. Here we have the corner and the edge in the correct slot, however the corner is facing towards you and the edge is flipped. What you can do is a wide R, U prime, wide R prime, U2, wide R, U, wide R prime, then solve this pair R, U, R prime. Here we have the same case, but the corner is now facing to the right. You can do a R, U prime, R prime, wide R prime, U prime, wide R prime, U2, wide R, U, wide R prime. Here we have the corner and the edge in the U layer with the corner facing U, and the edge is oriented. So what we can do here when we have a line on the top to get EO is a M, U, wide R, U prime, wide R prime, U prime, M prime. If you already have edges oriented, you can preserve the orientation a couple of ways. You can do a R prime, D prime, R, U prime, R prime, D, R, U, and then insert the pair. Or you can do it 2gen, R, U, R prime, U2, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime. Here we have the edge oriented and the corner already solved. You can do this a number of ways. You can do R prime, F prime, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, F. If you have the edge in the back here, you can do F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R. For this case here, you can do a U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U to pair it up, then insert with the R, U prime, R prime. For this case where you have to solve into the front left slot, and you have the corner facing up and then the edge misoriented, so you can't insert it like this, what you can do is an F, R, U2 prime, R prime, F prime. Finally we have this here. If you were to do triple sexy to solve it, 1, 2, 3, you will have no edges oriented. So what you can do is instead is an inverse sexy and then into a sledge to orient some edges. So fast, it looks like this. Thanks for watching. Check out one of my latest videos here. Check out my full video on F2 Gen F prime and F2L tricks here. Subscribe for more Rubik's Cube content.